up, I never watched hockey. I wasn't, we grew up in St. Louis, supposed to be this huge Blues fan, but I feel like your insane commitment to sports has to do with attending an event. If you go to a hockey game, game changer. I was in Colorado for a ski trip 2-3 weeks back, and it was getting some bad weather in Colorado, and we had to get out of the mountains. So we go back because we were flying out the next day, driving through a little bit of snow, but wasn't too bad. We get down in town, and we have enough time to get to the Avalanche Calgary game. And I mean to tell you, we were 5 rows back, and I'm a fan. I
bet that was cool.
It was very exciting. I mean, the show is great. Whoever made this projector thing where you project all these things on the ice, I mean to tell you, that is a very cool addition to putting on a show. You've got all this amazing sound. You've got the spotlights on the ice, Star Spangled Banner. We've got a flag on the ice. How cool is that? They played the Canada deal too. Their national anthem, put a Canadian flag on there. Got to see a fight. It was a really cool time.
Hockey is the most enjoyable experience to watch, as far as like all sporting events go, in my opinion. It's fast paced. There's always action. Like within like a baseball game or a football game or something like that, you go to one of those type of events. You get up, you go to the concession stand, you go to the bathroom while the whole action is going on because there's so much downtime. In hockey, if you miss 3 seconds of a game by looking over at your wife or helping your son or daughter do something, you're going to miss something. I can promise you that.
Yeah, there was one particular play. There was a turnover in front of the Avalanche goal, and I think McKinnon is his name. Sorry guys, not a huge fan, just starting out here. But he got the puck and he moved down the ice so fast. He scored a goal. I want to say it was in like 12 seconds of the turnover. So it was boom, turn the corner, and 12 probably was even a little long. I mean, he turned the puck around and moved all the way down, put a move on the goal, and he scored. I mean, it was it's such a fast-paced game, and it's fun to watch. And if you haven't actually been to it, I completely get it. It's not as cool on TV. It's hard to follow. You don't get how many line changes are occurring. You don't understand, like, a lot of the flow of the game is gone on TV.
Right.
But,
sorry.
I was just going to say, as soon as I saw it, now when I saw it on TV, I get it. Maybe that's why baseball and basketball and some of those things are a little different for me, because when I played them as a kid, I could relate instantly from seeing them on TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, like, the cool thing is about going to one of those and starting to get into them, the hockey games, that is. Like, I remember my first game, which was legitimately probably like 4 years ago, was the first time I ever been to a hockey game. I never really watched hockey, and my buddies were like, hey, let's go to the hockey game. I'm like, okay, sure. So we go, and we're sitting kind of like mid-level, where you can kind of see like the whole ice, but you're still kind of just deep enough in where you kind of only see the action that's in front of you. And it was cool. It was a great experience. It was super fast right there, right? You kind of see the pucks going, the guys flying around. But then my second time I went to a hockey game, we sat like basically up in the nosebleeds in like a box seat, but like you got the whole aerial view of the ice. Which I thought was really cool, because then you got to see like how it actually worked, right? Meaning, how the plays develop and all this and that on the ice. It was just kind of really intriguing to me because, I played basketball back in the day, and you run through plays on the court and you kind of figure all that out. And it was kind of see that transfer over into the hockey realm for myself anyway.
I think one of the coolest things, and you may be the same way, is when you're at that upper level view, it's interesting to see the limitations of skating on ice come into like the ultimate execution of where you can turn the corner and keep all your speed, how you can transition through the defense and pass the puck right in front of the net, but it requires you to come around the back of it's just kind of, as soon as you see the flow of the game, in my opinion, is a completely different experience. And I kind of wish that I got into that a lot earlier. I mean, I've been to a ton of Chiefs games, and watching a hockey game, I don't know that I didn't enjoy a hockey game live more than football.
Oh, I can guarantee you that. I enjoy watching hockey way more than any sport, just because it's so fast paced.
Right. Right.
And, I joke with my mom and dad all the time. I'm like, how come you guys never got me into hockey?